Def Jam. You get a contract offer from Def Jam. They offer you a contract on the spot, and you turned it down. Why did you turn it down? Was it the numbers? Or what made Chris Brown? Because this is your opportunity. Yeah. This is Def Jam. This ain't no glass of music. Yeah. This is Def Jam, they offer you a contract, Chris, and you say, "Nah, I'm good."
I think I'm country. The man wouldn't talk to my mama.
Huh?
So basically, he wanted me to like with the production guys. I'm not gonna say the executive name because I love him to this day. I'm never gonna expose him. But I wanted to get him on the phone with my mom and be like, "Okay, cool. So could you explain this to my mom? Right. What's going on?" You know, I think I'm 14 at the time. So yeah, 14, just turned 14. And my production crew was there, but you know, they're my handlers at that time. Right. But you know, at the same time, we're all in the same excitement. Right. But I just wanted to make sense. My mom her word is.
She's an adult.
Yeah,
so tell her what
I'm the mama's boy, me. So you got to talk to my mama.
Right.
So as soon as that happened, he was like, "Oh no, I don't need that. We're good." And I kind of didn't like what that. I felt like they wanted to get over.
Right.
Like I was, you know, I wasn't green. I was very street smart. So I just was like, well, why wouldn't you just?
Right.
You know, I'm not saying, hey, say hi to my mama.
Right.
Such and such.
No, just tell her what you're telling me.
Exactly. So that kind of made me kind of have reservations. But then Tina Davis, who was my manager at the time, she was working at Def Jam.
Right.
I think they had a merger, so she went her separate ways.
Right.
But I had learned so much from her.
Right.
Even from going into the different meetings, how to prep, how to be ready to perform. So I was like, you know what? I need someone like that can show me that, because I'm just going off the raw music at this point. So she was able to. I was like, Tina, would you mind managing me? And so she was like, cool, let's do it. And from there, she actually got me all the other deals or other sit-ins with the labels that I was sitting with. So yeah.
Did he turn you down?
Yeah.
So how did that meeting go? So how did the meeting go? And then what did he say? Why did he turn you down?
And this was probably maybe 2 or 3 years prior.
Okay.
So I was like 11 or 12 at this time. The same kid that I said that showed me the ropes in New York. Yeah. Me and him had songs. It was like a group. Mm-hmm. So me and him had different like songs that we would do together, and I would do solo songs. So we both got the audition. He's like, all right, cool. Let's go and meet him and let's go sing. So we went in there together. And he was like, cool. We did the song that we have together, and I'm singing on the chorus. And so he was just like, cool. I talked to y'all. Can he go outside for a second? We're gonna just talk. They was like, nah, we don't want him.
They didn't want you.
Nah, they didn't want me. So I was like, as a 12, 13-year-old, I was in that elevator probably crying like a mug. So
But you knew who Diddy was, right? You like,
of course. And at the Pinnacle, I'm like, man, first of all, I was just excited just to meet them. Yeah, like, so being in the room kind of made me like shaky. So I probably was nervous and singing crazy, but at the same time, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show him. Like, so that was my motivation to keep going too. So,
because knowing who Diddy was,
yeah,
for Diddy to say, nah, you need to go on outside, it probably would be like a basketball player saying, Phil Jackson saying, nah, go away. You know, one of these prominent coaches saying, nah, bro, I don't think you good enough.
Yeah.
So you on the elevator, what are you thinking? Like, am I not good enough? Because P. Diddy just told me, like, nah.
Of course. I was in the elevator like, man, this might be it for me. You know, because as a kid, when you're a kid, you think anything that's
it's the end of the road, yeah.
But I think I just took that motivation. Me and my homeboy, we just was like, you know what? Let's just keep going back in the studio.
Right.
Let's just make more songs. Let's get better. We just started, so I think. But I thank Puff for that, man. Right. Hey Diddy, man, I appreciate it though, like, cause that made me get on my grind.
You say you hired Tina Davis as your business manager. What did you learn from her?
I learned everything from media training to how to be presentable in a room, how to speak to people, how to listen to people. You know, I was like so country and like, hey, what's up, y'all? I'm just loud.
Right.
So I feel like she guided me through a lot of the music industry, the business of how it works. meeting PDs, program directors, and going to different radio stations, teaching me how to have showmanship. Like she would be like, nah. She used to tell me because Neo's a good friend of mine as well, and she worked with Neo before, so she's like, nah, you don't got showmanship like Neo. And I was like, huh? What am I not doing? Right. So I would have just rehearsals, not even dance rehearsals, right. Just rehearsals of me just figuring out how to be me on stage, or what was me when I get on stage. Right. You know?
So when you hear that first song, you hear it come on the radio, what's going through your mind?
Man, I'm cussing, first of all. I'm in the basement, so my mama don't hear me, but I'm cussing. I remember I had a spot in Jersey because right when I signed my deal, I wasn't out of school yet. Right. But they had to put me in a place to where I could be closer to the label to start working. Right. So I was still doing school in Virginia, and I had just left them, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to be in the radio. Everybody like, man, you ain't on the radio. What you talking about? So then when they say, I remember the song came on, my cousins was calling me like, bro, they playing you on the radio, bro. And I'm like, you lying. And I remember I turned it on. I think I sat in a corner and was like, and yelled for like 5 minutes straight. Like I felt it was the best feeling. Like I still feel like that when I hear my songs on the radio now. It's not the same as excitement, but it's still the same.
It's something about that first time in it.
Yeah. It's definitely.
Run It made you the first artist since '95 to have a debut single to top the charts.
Man.
Did you know that song? Obviously it was the first song that was released, but did you know that song would forever change your life?
No, I'm gonna be real. When I did that song, we were in Miami, and Hit Factory, Scott Storch, Sean Garrett, and I was just learning. I was a student because this was my first ever album. So any producer I would meet, I'm just soaking it all in, you know. So I'm scared. I'm thinking like I don't sound good. I don't know if do I sound good. I don't know if I like the song because I was too nervous in my head. But then it was like, nah, this is the one. But I knew I wanted to dance in it. Right. The music was bumping, so I was like, look, I want to dance. I just want to showcase this. But I didn't know. I think I never had an expectation that it would have the success that it put me at. Right. You know.